like use some Palo Santos to cleanse your energy before you do stuff. Do certain things like sage. Like use extra tools if like your mindset or something like that isn't enough. Like when you meditate and stuff like that, or when people like pray at synagogues, they set themselves up. Like they don't wear heavy jewelry. They take a shower and
Yeah.
then they wear white. Like it's a setup. It's a, you know what I mean? So you have to be like really in tune, and you have to really create that alignment and that reality. Sometimes like your head and stuff like that isn't sometimes you need the whole picture, like the whole, there's a word for it, the trappings. You need the trappings for it. Like you need to create the whole masterpiece for you to feel how you want to feel. Like sometimes just meditating and being in a state surrounded by people that you can't get away from sometimes like isn't enough. Sometimes it's like create that atmosphere,
Exactly what I'm
like
saying. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
incorporating and
yes.
implementing your senses that you're
Yeah,
talking about. And we
yeah,
have so much more that we haven't even
yeah.
tapped into. We don't
Yes,
just have
absolutely.
hearing, smell, you know what I mean? And we have colors that we couldn't even fathom to even think of, that we haven't even seen before, because we're not on that frequency of 5D and up yet at
Yes,
all.
yeah. That's what I was referring to earlier. Is that we only thinking about what's here and what we can hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. Um, so we don't know that there's more because you're not aware and you don't want to put yourself in a place where you can be aware, as we were talking about earlier. Um, but there's more to life than what we know it as. So, yeah, I agree with you on that one. And once again, it's like a lifetime commitment. It's not something that you're gonna accomplish in one day. It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time, but it could be done. It
Very
could be done.
possible.
It
Yeah.
could be done. Um, but you know what? You know how you were saying that your mother, she could have gone to the synagogue and put on all the white and put on whatever, whatever, whatever. You know, I never really,
But you don't
really,
need that.
yeah, I never really
You
watched
didn't
that.
need
I
that.
never really seen people really do it. I never really was interested in it. Not saying that it's a right or wrong way to do any of
No.
that. No, not at all. But I never really was interested in it. I just do it my way and whatever that works best for me. But I never really seen nobody really do it like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she was
it's
in a
interesting.
different time. Yeah, she used to tell me stories. It seemed like a lot of people used to have like stuff happen to them when they were 12. I don't know what the age of 12 is, but my mom had like a
And when you
talk.
say your peoples are from again?
Haiti.
Okay.
Um, you mean like ethnicity
Yeah,
wise,
yeah,
or
Haiti.
yeah,
Yeah.
Haitian? I also have English and Syrian descent, but like Haitian for the most part. And a little bit of Congolese like ancestry as well, because my grandfather on my dad's side was Congolese, but had a Congolese in him. But like my mom had a talk with a friend, one of my old friends. She like made her cry, but in a good way, because they were having spiritual talks.
Uh-huh.
And something happened to my friend when she was 11 too, like spiritual stuff. Like sometimes my mom would just say that, like sometimes when she walked home, she felt like she was floating. Like, and she
Wow.
didn't know how she got home, because New York can be a really scary place. She
Wow.
felt like there's been a lot of things that's almost happened to her, and she got saved by grace. But she felt like she was different at 12, and she was always an outcast. It's always the black sheep and the outcast that people
Yeah.
didn't understand,
Yeah.
always got put down, always. She was always, because she looked at the TV, knew what she wanted to do at 6. How many people want to do that? I didn't get a chance to know what the hell I wanted at 6. She saw
Yeah.
gymnastics and she said, "Mom, I want to do that. That's what I'm going to do." And she did it, and she used to train with coaches in synagogues and stuff like that. Jewish synagogues. I think that's what it is, synagogues and stuff. So she was on her own spiritual tip, but she had taught me a lot and stuff, and then I kind of went my own route, because that's how we should be, right? We
Yeah.
shouldn't be following
Yeah.
anybody else's
Okay.
route. Yeah,
So
but
shout
we
out to
don't need
moms
that.
if she ever watched this.
Yeah, yeah. And I never went to a synagogue. I don't need that either. She
Uh-huh.
just showed, passed down some of her stuff. And I mean, I would love to like go to ruins outside of this
Yeah.
country, to experience the whole thing.
Yeah.
The frequency, the energy, because the ley lands in the land, the soil's different
Yeah.
here, than here. But yeah, we don't need all that stuff. Everyone's got their own like way they
Everybody
grew up.
everybody has
Yeah.
they way that they can reach the non-physical
Yeah.
or the dial, or maybe there's just so many different names that you can put on it.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
it's also, sorry to cut you off real quick, but I feel like it's also like how you were raised too. Like it's everyone's like
yeah,
trauma, how
yeah,
they were
yeah,
raised,
yeah,
that
yeah,
creates the
yeah.
way that they,
The way they view it.
yeah, and the way they
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
make
yeah,
things right with their world,
yeah, yeah.
their way.
It's all
because of
about
how
your
they were
perception.
raised. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Which is cool, you know.
It's beautiful. Can you imagine everyone doing the same damn thing?
No, no,
Oh my
I don't
God,
want
that'd
to
be
imagine.
boring. It would be robots.
I don't want to imagine.
There'd be no individuality.
No,
Yeah.
no, everything would be boring. It'd be boring. It's not meant to be that way. But yeah, okay.
I believe that's why there is wrong. I believe that's why there is yin and yang, to learn from it. Could you imagine if we? Because I used to think about that. I mean, maybe that's a good topic for another time. I don't know if you're into that, but I always was just like, well, if everything was perfect, what would we learn from?
But see, the thing is, when
Yeah.
it comes down to wrong, I don't know if we ever talked about that once
Everyone's
before.
wrong is different.
Huh?
Like everyone's wrong or
Yeah,
is
yeah.
different.
It's just it's a different
Yeah.
perception.
It
Everybody
is.
has a perception of what's wrong or what's right, and so on and so forth, which they should, you know.
Indeed.
But let your wrong or your right come from within, not
That's that yin and
from
yang. Outside, not from
outside.
outside sources. Yeah, that's that yin
So-
and yang. That's very vital. I think good karma and bad karma is so vital. And karma is dharma. Karma is good. A lot of people don't know that. Karma is dharma. It's good. You're supposed to be getting those repercussions from stuff that happens. I just think that if everyone was a perfect angel, like angels, we wouldn't be learning from anything.
Karma is your making.
Yeah.
It's your making.
It's a beautiful
So,
thing, though. It needs to be learned. We're not perfect robots. Everyone's done something wrong that they have to learn from and have repercussions from. That's never going to, you're never, unless people believe in, different lifetimes and in their next life they're going to get the karma.
But still, even
You know?
whatever lifetime they believe in, you
Yeah.
still have to.
You have to, no one can run away
You're
from
here.
that.
You're at this lifetime, you know.
And you have to make do with it. And
You have to make
it,
peace of where you're at
yeah,
now.
and a beautiful thing from your repercussions. You have to
So-
have an level of understanding, learn that you've said and done things wrong because we're not perfect, and then create that reality and accept those things,
Yeah.
and then complete the goals that you want to complete, because you need to learn those things to have a harder shell. You needed to go through those objections and those things that you said and did to be able to learn from them.
Listen, that's what's making you a better person
Mm-hmm.
today. And the name of the game is always to constantly grow.
Yes.
You want to be better than who you were yesterday.
Exactly.
So,
Despite any challenges.
whatever your right or wrong may be, but you are learning from them. And once again, you're constantly growing. So, that's how I see it.
That's how I see it too. I agree.
Yeah, that's how I see it. And like I say, my right or wrong may not be the same as your right or wrong.
It's not going to be.
There's
It
no
won't
judgments
ever,
at
'cause
all.
There is automatically not. because of our
You
life.
have your own test and your own journey and things that you have to attend to and you have to be aware of. So
And you have
yeah,
yours. Everyone has theirs. Yeah.
everybody has theirs.
Oh, that's so cute.
So yeah,
Yeah.
is there anything else you want to touch on
That's really
that you could think of?
Not that I could think of for right now. How about you?
I think that might be it so far.
Yeah.
It's a quick Sunday, the Thanksgiving edition.
Yes. Yes.
It's the Thanksgiving edition.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll wrap it up, and we appreciate all the viewers.
Yes.
Peace. Rashad.
Yep.